What's going on, everybody? This is Jay Leno, and I'm here with you guys just to have a little bit of fun with season one. It took me a little bit of time, but immediately when the season had dropped, I had went completely hard with Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman, like the perfect pairing. I mean, if you had an opportunity to kill people with your wife, why wouldn't you do it? But this pairing and this video will pretty much break down the usefulness of having them in your squadron. So first I'm going to start with Invisible Woman. So with her having the ability of becoming invisible, she's the opponent that I would recommend. She's the character that I would recommend, especially if you're running 3 heals, for her to push. For her, I would give her the job of pressuring heals if you can't get to that back line. Let's just say you have a more defensive, or if you're going like really strong with melee, less projectile, and you're running 3 heals, or if you're running 3 tank, 3 heals possibly, then you would bring in Invisible Woman to go invisible, get behind that back line, and throw that health draining orb on the opposing team's strategist. And it's either going to move them out of position, or they're actually going to get a kill off, and that's your opportunity to break them, especially if you're capturing, and it'll really come in handy for you when you're escorting statues and covering escorting statues or defending a statue at the same time. And her ult also comes in handy, especially when you want to blind your opposing enemy. As well as the huge misconception is it's her low health input, but Invisible Woman's health shields that she spawns are stationary, like healing pods. So if you're caught moving and she heals you, you're running from your heals. So if you know you have an Invisible Woman, you might want to stay in place and shoot. Unless if you're running 2 heals and you have a good enough healer, maybe a cloak and dagger that can take care of one particular tank, and you would, if you have the ability with your team to assign a healer to DPS, especially a stationary DPS, Invisible Woman is going to be your gal to get the job done.
3, 2.
So moving forward onto Mr. Fantastic, aka the smartest man in the Marvel Universe, the smartest man on Earth. That's right, Reed Richards. This guy to me has 2 utilities. He's got 2 big importance in a lineup full of teams. So he can aid another tank. I wouldn't say he's a solo tank by himself, but used properly, it will feel like he will be hard to kill, because he basically has an ability to go from a 300 HP health to bouncing all the way up to like 650 or like 800 if I'm not mistaken. And with his long range, he is able to pull in opponents. He's able to grab 2 opponents, smack them together, and do double damage as well. He's also has enough reach to put pressure on the aerial duelists that are on the game, which definitely come in handy because most of the duelists don't really have much mobility unless Iron Man is going to turn on the jets and immediately get out of there. But if you're able to get close enough to even touch Iron Man, he's pretty much dead to a Mr. Fantastic. And he's able to absorb, or get elasticity from enemies and allies, which would be the L1 ability or the LB ability on the Xbox as well, to obtain more shield and more health. All in all, he also gets a buff in reducing damage when paired with Invisible Woman. Really Mr. Fantastic is a great addition to the game and highly effective. I really feel as though that these creators, they're giving us these new characters, but also balancing the game itself. At this point, with the characters that have been selected and imported into this game, I wouldn't say there's a bad character on the game. Every character has its purpose, but to know your purpose will allow you to win more games. So that's all I have to say about Mr. Mr. and Mrs. Fantastic. Sorry for talking so long, but check out my highlights and I'm out.
4, 3,
Yeah, mine's about to be ready.
2. Alright, this is some cheeks.
Y'all
This is some
pop off when
cheeks.
y'all are ready. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh my gosh! I did my soup earlier! That was awesome! You get the fuck out! This is my shit. Get out of here! It's our shit. You can't sit with us.
The hill.
Bro, that was awesome how that worked. I did
That's
my
how we
soup,
do
bro.
it.
That was
That's how we do it.
That was
like a
awesome.
final battle in a Marvel movie at the end.
What is it?
I feel like slapping a nigga today. Oh, oh, oh. I feel like slapping a nigga today. Oh, oh, oh. I feel like slapping a nigga today. Oh, oh, oh. These motherfuckers on the road with the head.